My very good people, good morning. Welcome back to our very channel. This is Victory Voice TV coming to you again with another mind-blowing information, and this one is a video coming from Mecca. I don't know if you have seen it or it has not got to you yet. This happened like a surprise. God at work. When things are going wrong, God keep warning human beings: retrace your steps, change your ways. You are not in the right track. Come back and trace your line back to the line. But yet human beings will not understand. The Muslims were praying in Mecca. Suddenly swarm of cockroaches filled the floor in their holiest land. According to them, they say it's a holy land. Swarm of cockroach all over their body, everywhere. In fact, they couldn't just understand what happened. This actually is a video. It's not a hearsay or just drama or whatever. You understand? It shows there's filthiness, either in the character of those that are worshiping there or the method of worship. There is filthiness. That is actually what it's telling you. Interpret it your own way, but I am just telling you what my mind is saying concerning that. Cockroach is a dirty insect. You can find that in damp areas, toilets, dustbins. That shows dirtiness. It only brings about infection. It's not an insect that can make you to feel good. All right, it's a terrible insect. So, but suddenly that was what busted out during worship in their, was it their Ramadan or something? Unbelievable. Now let me release the video so that you will be a witness to this.
Tanah apa ini? Tanah apa? Di Mekah.
Alright, I guess you've watched the video, and another one we are linking you to police force problem in Nigeria. They say they are declaring 30 days fasting and prayers in Nigeria. Is that not funny? Police force declaring 30 days fasting and prayers. How would they now secure the country when they are hungry, when they are going on fast? They are busy killing protesters and things have fallen apart in police force. They are no longer getting their pays. They are no longer getting promotions. And suddenly they felt, oh, let's go to God. The same God that told you don't take bribes and you are taking bribes. The same God that told you don't kill. You are killing protesters. You are killing protesters. You are being wicked to the poor masses. Brutalizing people. You brutalize, you beat, you slap with any or no provocation at all. And now the same government that you are fighting for is not paying you, is not promoting you, and now you are lamenting to the extent that you are publicly announcing that you want to go for 30 days fasting and prayers. How can you carry your rifles? Can you carry your rifles while you're fighting, while you're fasting? So we should be reasoning at times. At times, we need to reason. Nigeria has fallen apart. The best thing and the best option is for the whole authorities to say, okay, to your tent, O Israel, hence police have failed, military have failed, DSS have failed. All of them, they are agents of Fulani. They are just doing one-way traffic thing without thinking the repercussion, what it will bring to their families or what it will bring in turn in future. Now it is coming to them directly, biting very hard on them, that they shamelessly announced to the public that they want to go for 30 days fasting and prayer. As what? As worshippers of God? Or as worshippers of Allah? Or what? I don't understand. The secular nation, So you have Muslims, you have Christians and other traditionalists and other people. How then do you conduct this prayer? How? We are telling you to stop evil. You don't want to believe. You are still soiling your hand to come.
It's like saying it's darkness outside when we can see it's daylight.
No, I think that analogy is not correct. I know that daily we receive, we entertain, and we engage all these bodies as a government.
And you're not going to move from that version, despite the evidence that I have quoted to you.
I'm yet to see any evidence that that is.
It's all there in black and white in the official report.
That I've not responded to. When you talked about SARS, yes, I admitted that yes, we received the report and we took action.
Minister, when you're not stonewalling on requests for information, you're taking radio stations off the air and having reporters arrested or beaten. June last year, you tried shutting down Nigeria's oldest private TV channel, as well as radio stations owned by a member of the opposition PDP, Raymond Doc Pacey. A federal court overturned your suspension, but the Nigerian Guild of Editors called this a barbaric crackdown on free speech. Why are you launching a barbaric crackdown on free speech?
I think there's a lot of ignorance and a lot of mischief.
The editors don't know what they're talking about.
No, Dr. Percy's station was closed down because he owed the national regulator, not because of the news he was pushing out.
And in January last year, soldiers raided the offices of one of your leading papers, the Daily Trust, and arrested reporters. In March, a journalist who'd been held for 2 years was rearrested. You rank 120th out of 180 countries in the Press Freedom Index of Reporters Without Borders. It's not a glorious record, is it, Minister?
Well, I think when it comes to freedom of the press, we're doing extremely very well. If papers run foul of the law, they must face the consequences. But when you have virtually 100 newspapers in the country, and you are citing the example of one newspaper that was closed down in a year, I think it should be fair to us that we have a very robust free press.
Amnesty International says that between January and September last year, at least 19 journalists and media practitioners were attacked. Those attacks include verbal and physical assault and indiscriminate arrest and detention by your security forces. The impression, Minister, is therefore that your aim seems to be to stifle freedom of expression, especially critical voices. You don't like criticism, do you?
That's not correct. You see, because I think many of these people don't know the ecosystem of the media in Nigeria. Virtually every major print media is owned by individuals. And I can tell you that this.
Thank you for watching the video up to this point. God bless you. Please do subscribe, like, and share our videos.